I just start by saying how brave it is for you to make this film, write it, and direct it, and on something so personal where so many people can relate.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'm a painter primarily, as you know, Nancy. And when I'm in the studio and I'm making work, I'm really not thinking about an audience. I'm thinking about trying to figure out what is going on inside of me, trying to become the person that I ultimately want to be in the world. So when I started making a film, I wasn't thinking about audience in the same sense that most people do. So it didn't feel like bravery or anything. It was just a part of my practice. I was trying to understand and be able to communicate to my sons a little bit about why their father is the way that he is. And so, I mean, if you say it's brave, I believe you. But what has been beautiful to me is when we screen this film in audiences all over the country at this point, Black, white, Latino, everything, there are so many groups of people who come up to me after and say, you know, that's my story too. That's my father too, or that was my uncle, or that was my mother. And so in some ways, it feels more like an opportunity to find community. People who have been through some things see this film and they connect.
I feel like it was also kind of like your process of healing, your personal healing. Do you feel like as you were filming, making this film, it helped you and your perspective of thinking of yourself? And
100%, Nancy, 100%. Because as a young man, if you had asked me, I would have told you that my father was the villain of my narrative. It was through the writing process that I realized that my father is, in fact, not a villain at all. My father is a man whose life was disrupted by the circumstance and situation of his own life. And he did the very best that he could based on what he knew, not diminishing what he did, but I now recognize through the writing process why. And so I hope that when you watch the film, what you saw are there are no villains in the film. There are moments where you are as frustrated with LaRon as you are with Tarrell. And that's because in reality, all of our hands are a little bit dirty. All of us have challenges, and sometimes they get seen, sometimes they don't. But I wanted everyone to be able to relate with the characters in the film as I related to them.
it's like it says, well, we're not perfect, but in your film it says we have flaws and we
Yeah.
just don't manage them very well.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I hope that it also shows that the process of communicating is part of the healing, right? So I as I said, when I'm working on a project, I'm not really thinking about an audience in that way. You have to wait till the thing is done and then it's in the world. And once it's in the world, then you can see what audience comes to it. But as far as the healing that I'm seeing now, that is I wasn't thinking about audiences and whatever, but I'm now seeing that there is a healing that is happening for audiences, not just me. And that is nothing I suspected ever.
Well, thank you so much for your time and congratulations with this film that a lot of people are definitely going to be talking about after watching.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nancy. Appreciate it.
Welcome.